Kathleen, give a round of applause.
When you stand.
Hey, hi. I guess what I'm going to talk about today is something that I've struggled with a lot in my life, and that's been just like fear and anxiety. It's something that's not only gotten in the way of my walk with the Lord, but also just in my life in general, because I'm always like really anxious about things, and I have like a lot of fears and a lot of fears that have held me back from doing things in my life. And I feel like as Christians we're called to be fearless, but I've always had a hard time with that because I just didn't know how to do that. Like I didn't know where that came from. I felt like it had to come from me. Like I had to be more courageous and I had to be more strong, and I didn't know where to like summon any of that. But I realized that all I really had to do is just put my trust in God instead of like trying to get the fearlessness to come from myself. Like I believe that the strength comes from God, like it doesn't come from me. In the past few months, I've really been working a lot on trusting God. And especially since coming to this church, like it's helped me a lot. It hasn't really been anything specific that happened, but I felt like one day I was just like, okay, today is the day, like I'm just gonna trust God today, and I'm just gonna let Him take over my life and just let Him lead me. My faith has just been really continually growing since that point. Honestly, ever since I started really like putting my trust in God, I felt like my perspective on life has changed so much. Like I'm constantly reminded now that His plan is so much better than mine. Proverbs 3:5-6, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." And this is something that's helped me a lot. Like a few years ago, it just really brought me comfort. Like I wrote this verse down and I like taped it above my bed, and every day if I felt like anxious waking up or going to sleep, I'd read it and it would give me a lot of comfort. And there's one that I just came across recently, and it's Exodus 14:14. It says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." And when I read that, I thought those words were so beautiful, because it's literally telling you to take your battles and just give them to the Lord and He'll fight them for you. And I was like humbled by God's love for me when I read that. Because all that's required of you is just to be still, like nothing else. Just like let Him fight for you, and that's all that's needed. My challenge for everyone and myself is just to trust God, and once you start trusting Him, you'll be so amazed at like how He starts to communicate with you, and like how clear it is, and just how much your life changes.